All right, let's talk about a word you probably use all the time, but maybe don't think too deeply about. Intent. I mean, we all have intentions, right? But what if I told you it's way more than just setting a goal? What if it's a genuine force, a power that can actually shape the world around you? Today we're diving deep, way past the dictionary, and into what feels like real-world magic.
So, right off the bat, let's tackle the big question. Is intent just a fancy word for willpower? Is it just about gritting your teeth and pushing through with brute force to get something done? Well, we're about to see that the real story is so much more elegant and, frankly, a whole lot more powerful than that.
So, what is intent, really? Look, it's not just a wish, and it's not just mindlessly taking action either. The secret, as our source material lays it out, is that it's a fusion, a powerful combination of both. It's that unshakable determination to not only have something, but to actually act and become the kind of person who has it. And that right there, that's the key that unlocks everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, now this is where it gets really, really cool. See, intent isn't just something that happens inside your head. It's actually a two-way street. It works in two directions at the same time, shaping both your inner world and, get this, the external world around you. Just take a look here. On one side, you've got internal intent. This is the one we all know. It's that psychological, get-it-done energy. It's what gets you to the gym, helps you finish a project. It acts on your own body and mind. But then, look at the other side, external intent. This is the real game changer. This is that subtle, almost magical force that actually influences reality itself. It attracts the right people, the right opportunities. It literally pulls favorable scenarios towards you. You see, most of us are only using half of our power. But how do you even begin to tap into this external intent? Well, it's not just about thinking positive thoughts and hoping for the best. No, this requires something real, personal power. Think of it like the volume of energy you can consciously generate and direct. This is the whole basis for ideas like reality sliding, where you use focused intent to literally shift your life onto a better track. And it all starts with building that personal energy.
So where on earth does this kind of reality-bending power come from? I'll tell you this much. It's not about how strong you are or how hard you can think. The true source is so much deeper. It comes from making a connection to your higher self, the absolute core of who you are.
Let's get into the mechanics of it, the energetics. The power station for this is your solar plexus, the Manipura Chakra. It's your body's center of will, and it has this really unique energy signature. It's described as white on blue. Picture a core of pure, brilliant white light that radiates this beautiful blue aura. But here's the most crucial part. That power only really flows when your intention is aligned with your higher self. When that happens, you're not just wishing for something anymore. You're actually co-creating it with the universe itself.
The writer Carlos Castaneda put it so perfectly. He said, intent is the desire of the spirit. It's not about chasing these fleeting little wants that our ego comes up with or looking for validation. No, true intent is about lining up with what your soul actually came here to do. And when you do that, well, you become pretty much unstoppable. Okay, this is all great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we start using this incredible power in our own lives? Well, the good news is there's a practical 4-step technique you can start using right away to strengthen your intent and begin creating the life you really want. So here's how it works. First, you recall. Think back to a time you felt totally determined or a moment of pure victory. Really feel that power in your body again. Second, you capture that feeling. Hold on to it, and then you amplify it by consciously connecting to your higher self. Third, you emit. You radiate that specific white on blue energy right from your core, your solar plexus. And finally, you direct that powerful beam of energy towards your goals or your desired slides of reality. It's a simple process, but man, is it profound. Now, a couple of quick pro tips here. Your main power center is that solar plexus, for sure. But for some people, the Ajna chakra, your third eye, that center of intuition, can also be a really powerful emitter point for intent. Either way, the absolute key is to always focus on that white on blue energy spectrum. That's the signature of pure, undiluted intent, totally free from the noise and doubt of the ego. And believe me, this isn't some new age idea that just popped up. This kind of knowledge has been hiding in plain sight for centuries, literally encoded in old folklore. Let's take a quick trip to ancient Rus to uncover a pretty mind-blowing secret about the power of intent. Have you ever heard of the Russian fairy tale that starts with the phrase, "at the pike's command"? It's a famous story about a guy who catches a magical fish, a pike, that grants all his wishes. But what if I told you it wasn't just a children's story? What if it was a coded message about how reality actually works?
And here it is. Here's the secret. The pike in the story isn't just a fish. It's a symbol for a powerful magician who has mastered external intent. And why a pike? Because in ancient Rus, this specific fish was believed to be a natural conductor of that exact same white-on-blue energy we've been talking about this whole time. The fairy tale isn't just a story. It's a hidden user manual for creating your reality.
So you see, the power to shape your reality, it's not a fantasy. It's not a fairy tale. It's your birthright. It's what happens when you align your desires, your actions, and your soul's true purpose. So the only question left is, now that you know the secret, what are you going to intend for? The power is literally in your hands. Use it wisely.